Okay, so good morning, everyone, and welcome to day 3 of 4 powerful days with 4 incredible business mentors. And today we have, I'm going to hopefully say this right, Saqib, and he is an
Yep.
app guy, okay? He's better known as the app guy in a day. And he has worked with over 500 apps with 65 million downloads and nearly 100 websites. Now, being a seasoned technical executive, he has led teams with Revenue Canada, the Department of National Defense, as well as IBM and many more. Now, recently, he just launched Clubify.com, and this is building communities that you truly own with your own app in a day, okay? So Clubify has grown substantially with businesses and coaches that love the platform. And myself and another lady here on today, Nicole, we're involved with the app ourselves. Nicole has purchased it, and I help her look after it. And we also basically Clubify also has 450,000 followers, and it's growing of influencers. So I would like to actually say welcome, and Saqib, it's the platform is all yours today, dear. Let's teach us all something new and exciting.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sherry, thank you for providing this platform, to communicate. And, everyone, it's a pleasure to meet you all the new faces and so forth. And, if you're seeing this on LinkedIn or other platforms, I'm pleasure to be speaking to you all. So, yeah, what I'll do is I'll give a little bit of background, about my past experience and so forth, and what trends I'm seeing and where I feel the world is going. And then, you guys can chime in at any time, and we'll go from there. So, yeah, so originally I'm a computer engineer, and actually taught a course on app development, university course here in lovely Ottawa, Canada. And that went really well, thankfully, because I, graduated a few years ago, right? Before 2010, so graduated 2006. I'm like, you know what? Let's take a chance, like apps were a new thing, let me try that out, you know? And so I learned a lot about apps and so forth. And in 2010, actually taught a university course at the same university that I graduated from. So that went really well, thankfully. There were PhD students there, people from the industry were there, and companies started contacting me after the course, because they were like, hey, this is interesting. We should have a presence on the app stores. So I actually started my consulting business then. So, as Sherry mentioned, worked on over 500 apps and 65 million downloads and whatnot, and worked with the Canada Revenue Agency. So actually developed their mobile team because, for CRA especially, they're very security conscious, right? So they're like, hey, what are apps? Like, are they secure? How do we build them? Do we need a separate, team for it, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? So actually help train their team and so forth. Same with Department of National Defense and whatnot. So worked with the private sector and public sector extensively. But saw a troubling trend actually in 2014, in fact. So in 2014, there was this business coach, which he had 5,000 followers on Facebook. But when he was posting, when you guys go and post on Facebook and so forth, he was only reaching 5% of his audience. So you had 5,000 people. He's only reaching 5%, so about 250 people. That's it. So the other people are not even seeing his posts at all. So on top of that, his followers, they started getting competitors' ads on their news feeds. So it's a double whammy, right? So I was in shock. I'm like, he worked so hard to build up his following. Why is he not able to even reach his audience, right? So then I found out that system is actually rigged against us, right? I can go into a lot more detail, and you can even look at, there's a Netflix a documentary that came out recently. It's called The Social Dilemma. I highly recommend you look into that. And I see that Joanne is, she understands exactly what I'm talking about. So So essentially, I decided back in 2014 that, you know what, we need to have a better system. Like when you post, you know, you should reach up to 100% of your community. You should own your community, you know? And as for the advertisers, you should decide which advertisers are shown to your community, right? Because what's happening right now on these social platforms is like YouTube and so forth. You're getting pushed all these ads, and we're waiting for that countdown for the skip button to come up, because we don't want those ads, right? So what we've done is the advertisers are a value add in your community because you own your community. You decide which advertisers are shown, right? So yeah, and so essentially filed a patent back in 2014 for a community that you truly own with your own app in a day, right? So and recently just got approved. So 5 years later, it got approved, and so and so we actually did a soft launch of Clubify.com in June of 2019, and did a soft launch. We started marketing Clubify to to our closest to our inner circle, so to speak, and whatnot. And since then, like, I'm happy to say it's been an awesome ride so far because people are realizing the importance of owning your community, right? So, and as Sherry mentioned, we're signing up influencers now with 450,000 followers each. Intuit's our client now because they're really excited about the whole gamified community that we've created, right? We're getting the members excited. They're hopping on Zoom calls. They're training their people. The members are earning points. And they have a leaderboard. And you're getting 100% reach, up to 100% reach to your audience and so forth. And this whole package is inside of app in a day, right? And again, one last thing I want to, and then, we can, love to have a discussion with you guys is the importance of having the Clubify app, right? Because like websites, what's happening with websites, they're like becoming more informational, right? So if I ask people, hey, so have any of you used Uber before? Right? They're like, yeah, I've used Uber, or I know of Uber. So then I'm like, okay, have you been on their website? I'm like, what? Uber has a website? So right then and there, it shows that, apps are becoming the way to actually engage with the business. To actually, if you want to do business with with an online, small business and so forth, it's going to be through apps in the future, right? And how we envision it is like every business is going to have its own app, right? Because how every business has their own website, like social media is great, like social media is great for, when you want to get the word out there and so forth, but obviously the reach is a major issue and you don't own your data and your clients will start getting competitors and so forth. Like for discovery, it's great, but you need to funnel them into your own community with your own app, right? Because this way you have a presence on your clients' phones, right? What's better marketing than that? Like, so I'm like, hey, I'm a business coach or whatnot. I'll have some advice. Instead of going on Google, you want them to go into your app, right? Because as soon as they go on Facebook or if they go on Google, you have a very high chance of actually losing your client, right? So, but yeah, just wanted to say a few words there and so forth. And but yeah, love to hear questions and discuss this.
Zakia, can you show us, I have the screen share available. Can you show us what the app looks like and how it works and whatnot?
Sure, absolutely. I'll show it to you guys here. So I'm going to fire up an example app here. So that we're building for an influencer, in fact. And I'll jump between two of them just to give an idea. Yeah, perfect. All right, so let me share my screen here. So let me know if you guys can see this.
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. So this is an example of an app we're making for an influencer, right? We're launching next month for it. So in this platform, now since this is a live real app, I'm actually going to put on do not disturb because I receive a ton of emails, like 200 emails per day and a lot of phone calls. So essentially, what you see here is completely customizable, right? This entire sidebar menu is customizable, the colors, what you see and everything. So let me show you another example. See, this is another influencer app we're creating, like influencer slash business. The common part is like you have a community that you want to build, right? For your business or whatnot, right? So if I log in here, so let that log in. So see, as you can see, complete different colors, completely different, everything, you know. So let me walk like over the features from a very high level, and then if you guys have any questions, please jump in right away, wherever you like. So on the top left, this is the community you're in right now, right? So Inspired Mommy is the actual community, right? Sarah is the host of the entire community. Um, and then let's start off with the left here, the news and updates. So this is the primary place. This is, think of it like your wall, like your news feed, like on Facebook and so forth. So from here, you can actually message your target audience. So you can decide to, share a photo, video, document, etc. We've actually added a new item here. It's called text messaging. So you can actually text message your clients, and text message. Yeah, yeah. So with text messaging, you get 90% open rate and double-digit engagement. So we've added that in the new version now. So now you can do push notifications, text messages, and you can also post via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all at the same time. So imagine the reach you're getting just with that one post. So, and then in here you can decide. So membership levels are, think of it like segments of your community, right? So you can create a community level, a silver level, gold level, or it could be like sponsors level, sales channels. So you can create all these different, like startups or enterprise, segment your clients. So when they receive communications from you, it's hyper focused, hyper targeted. So you can choose that here, and I'll go into more detail after. And then you could post to Facebook, Twitter, Instagram all at the same time. And then we're actually talking to LinkedIn. So if we can add LinkedIn to this, that'd be gold.
Wow.
Yeah, that would be amazing. And now we also have a feature called chat rooms. So for your business, right? It's all about how niche you can go in, right? So even inside the Inspired Mommy group, right? Let's say there's a mom that wants to talk about, the child, like rashes on my child. It's a very sensitive, very focused topic that you only want to talk to other moms about that have the same issue, right? So we're actually creating a group for that, because you don't want to post that because they have 450,000 followers. You don't want to post that on a global Facebook group, no, right? So you want to do that in a private, group chat with the moms and so forth. And we have expected moms, we have a mom, just a new mom chat room, we're creating more as well. Another cool thing is you can actually sell your courses in here as well.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, thank you. So like, for example, this is like parenting 101, right? So, you can sell your videos inside of this, photos, and I'll show you another community that actually has content inside of it. So see, birthing children 10 age to 13. If I go in here, see, this is a fitness program, for example, that he's selling. Rodney is one of our influencers, right? So then, we're publishing all the videos inside of this, pricing, you can connect up with Stripe and so forth, right? So that's basically what this is all about.
Can you add, if let's say you're buying a video, so how is your client paying now?
Yeah, so essentially you can link this up with PayPal, Stripe, or use an in-app purchases.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's customizable that way. So that's the courses side. And now let's jump into the advertising side a little bit. So you remember how we said that because you own your community now, you decide which advertiser is shown. So Sarah is actually, we're connecting Sarah with a number of sponsors, to her community, right? That's how we like to do things, right? So like for example, this is a special bag that they're creating especially for moms, right? So they're gonna have a place for diapers, you know, a spot in there for food, you know, that's insulated, you know, and so forth, with different color bags and so forth. And basically now they're doing like a rev share model, you know. So again, now, and basically what they've done is like they've actually done an interview with the founder of Hustle and Fit Bag, you know, talking to them, building that relationship and so forth, really showing what's the value that's going to provide to the moms, you know, because what's the direction of the community, right? The community is about inspired moms, right? So you want to provide them with products and services that are aligned with the mission of your community, right? The mission of your business, right? And you know, we're doing the similar thing with here as well. You know, like for example, you know, like shoes for the influence, you know, like supplements, et cetera, et cetera. So, any questions so far?
I guess you can sell books on that too, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yeah, yeah. That's
Well, that's
we're doing that for a sports group.
Okay. Well, I was thinking of mine.
Yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely.
can
Yeah,
my
we can
business,
do that.
like finance books?
Yep, exactly. We could.
So do you have any authors that have been using this app yet, Saqib? Like we have an author online with us today. She's written a couple of books. We're looking at a way to improve her sales.
Yeah, yeah. So one example is Sports Masters. So they their website gets about 25,000 hits per month, and basically they're selling. You know, they have their own book now, and they're selling it on their platform as well. So they're getting ready to promote their app and their community as well, right? And they're selling the book directly through the website, through the app actually. You know?
Yeah. Okay.
And just so you guys know, Clubify actually integrates with your existing website, right? Or you know, like a brand new website and so forth. So you can actually sell stuff through your website as well if you want to, you know, because traffic will come on both, right? Like on the smartphone, 90% of all smartphone usage is through apps, right? It's an actual stat. I can send this to guys. Send this to you guys. The website again, you know, but this website, if people are on laptops and whatnot, you still want to be able to, you know, convert traffic on there as well. So we actually work with websites as well. So we integrate the two together. So,
Saqib,
yeah.
sorry. So if you have an app, do you still need a website or can you just run your business from an app?
Yeah, exactly. Great question, by the way. So you can actually run your business through the app directly if you like, right? Because all you have to do is share the link, right? And that's it. Now, basically, it's really useful to have a landing page website as well, you know, because most people, if they want to do some research on you and so forth, you know, look at testimonials, you know, and so forth, it's really helpful to have a informational website, you know.
Okay.
So basically, we help you do that, in fact. So, and I can show you guys some examples later for that.
Okay.
So basically, so that's the featured products. Now you can connect up your Zoom to this too. Zoom or Uber conference and so forth, right? Because if you're doing like a live call, people can, you know, dive in directly into the app and like, you know, they're not fumbling looking for the links and so forth. They go on your app, it's like, it's there, you know? The app becomes this one-stop shop for your business.
Wow. Brilliant.
Saqib, the reason I'm asking is because I teach a fitness class and I have everything on Facebook. I don't actually have a website. It was a hobby that turned into a business. And so that's kind of, I'm trying to find a way to attract followers and to get them on Zoom to dance with me. So this sounds like it would be a better option than having a website.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So website, I would use that. So that's something we can definitely talk about, Penny, and I'll show you an example right after the app demo. Like basically the website just becomes like an informational tool, right? Like, you know, you basically have some screenshots, you know, of your classes, you know, you have the link app linked inside of there, you know, and yeah.
So when like the private chat thing, you can privately chat with your clients. Is that the idea?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Or if you like, again, completely customizable, you can have the clients talk to themselves, right? Within themselves, right? As a community chat, right? Because
Yeah.
one of the ways, like we on our team, we have a director of membership and culture. Her name is Lucia Harper. 30 years experience, and she's worked with membership groups of 500,000 members plus, right?
Yep.
So she will advocate that you want member-to-member communication,
Yeah.
right? Because it makes the community way more stickier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Way more engaged. So absolutely.
Thank you.
Awesome. My pleasure.
Shaki, are you working with Microsoft Teams?
So yeah, so I've actually basically, for my contracting side, I have worked with Microsoft Teams. Is there a particular question regarding that, Joanne?
It's just a lot of my clients. I have a specific group of clients who use Teams.
Okay.
I was just thinking about that for them.
Ah, okay. Yeah, no, I have used it in the past. I've heard less than good things about Teams, but yeah, no, I've definitely used it though.
Okay.
Awesome.
Cool.
So then we have you guys saw the chat. So another really cool thing we like what we're doing here is like the gamification side, right? So if you go inside of your, your settings and so forth, you decide what people earn in terms of points for every action they take, right? For example, if they're commenting, you could put 0 or any other number you like. If they're spending money, if they're watching the videos, if they're inviting friends, or a sign-up bonus, right? You can give them points which they can redeem for stuff from within the app, right? So, and you decide, like, for example, you can decide that, okay, the first time someone goes in, you advertise on Facebook and on your email list, hey, here's the app, first time, limited time sign-up bonus of 5,000 points. And then this is the free stuff you can redeem. Or like, it could be like a mentoring session. It could be a hoodie with the logo of your business or something like that, with 30,000 points later or whatnot, right? Because you want to make sure that you're getting a return, from your, this marketing side of things, right? So for example, for Rodney, 25,000 points, they get this hoodie. If they got to 25,000 points, they probably referred 4 people already into your community, right? Or they've bought a lot of stuff from you and so forth. You want to reward them. You want to make them into stars, into champions, so they become your advocates, right? It's like, hey, thank you, Sherry. I got this hoodie from you. Thank you so much. And then we just ask them to, if you redeem something, just go on Facebook and just do a shout out, and link back into the app, right? That's it. It's that simple. And this could be anything. Could be a one-on-one mentoring session or anything like that. Even link to your sponsors possibly as well. Could be a great way for the sponsors to be highlighted as well.
So is there incentive when sponsors get involved with you?
Yeah,
so
that's
like on YouTube.
Yeah, exactly. So you decide exactly.
Okay.
On
And
how what the structure would be.
And you can choose the sponsors. And do sponsors actually have the ability to contact you for sponsorship?
Yeah, so basically what we're actually working on is like making a pool of sponsors you can choose from.
Okay.
Right? Like that's what we're working on, right? So let's say you're a fitness community for whatnot, right? We're going to create all these sponsors that, hey, they're like, hey, we want to be, promoted in your community, right? So right now what we're doing is we're actually manually connecting you with the right people right now, right? But eventually we'll have enough scale. We're like, hey, we have 100 sponsors that you can choose from, Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah, thank you.
Can we go the other way around, Saqib? Can we sponsor, like my sister is mentally challenged and blind, and she's in Ottawa, and they have a bowling team.
Mhm.
So these people are adults on social assistance, disability pensions, right?
Mhm.
So would I be able to put that group on my app, and then people can donate to that?
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Perfect. Thank you.
Absolutely, no problem. For the contests and giveaways, that's another example, right? So people love prizes and winning stuff and whatnot, right? So this is an example of, someone winning something, right? So like there's a bike giveaway here, you know, like it's worth 3,000, whatnot. For each ticket, it's 10,000 points. You can even do money as well, but for now we're just doing points. So basically it's like a wrap, it's like a ticket, you know, and then basically the algorithm automatically decides who's the winner, and then you know, it will alert the user, you know, and then it would do a post in the news feed as well. It's like, hey, Mary won this, you know, Mary won this prize, you know, and basically if a new contest is starting, it would be posted on the news feed as well, so just alerting everyone, you know. So
I have another question if I can.
sure, absolutely.
I'm going to go back to the linking up to Facebook, Instagram. I believe, did you have Twitter on there as well? You have
Yes.
something else on there.
Yeah.
When you're linking to them, is it showing in the bar or the post at all that it's coming from this app?
Yeah,
Does that
yes,
make sense?
yes. It'll show that, hey, it's coming from, you know, Sherry's app.
Okay.
Yeah.
And is Facebook friendly with that? I know they have so many things changing and their algorithm, everything's changing. But
Yeah.
do they?
Yeah, I mean, I've been talking to some experts actually, you know, who like one of the, you guys would be shocked. There's a company in Ottawa that has spent $46 million with Facebook.
Wow.
Ad spend. And they had 27 million followers. But guess what happened? They got blocked.
Yeah, of course.
Yes. You know, yeah. And basically we're talking to them right now, you know, and they know as well. They're like, they love what we're doing. They're like, you know, like this definitely works, obviously. But Facebook will eventually keep lowering the engagement if it's coming from a different app, from a different platform, because they don't want people leaving. People want to leave, but they're trying to stop us.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
So-
basically, if you're sharing to Facebook, you would have to have an account there anyway, wouldn't you?
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
But it's that engagement, it's a constant engagement on Facebook, on the app itself. the
Yes,
Facebook app.
exactly. So we basically promote social media because social media is a good way to discover still, you know, discover new people, you know, and so forth. Think of it like a funnel, right? You have your Twitter, you have your Instagram, you know, you're doing your lives and whatnot, but then you're funneling them into a platform that you truly own, right? Eventually your community will be so large enough that the app itself, you don't really need social media anymore, right? So that's where there'll come that point where the critical mass will be in your community, you know? The community itself will be promoting itself and whatnot.
That's the right place for it to be.
Yeah.
Exactly. You got it. You know, that you own this now, right? No one's going to block you and so forth, you know? So
I'm curious, how hackable is it?
So basically your community, we've actually been working, you know, my team, we've worked at CRA, you know, we work with D&D and so forth, you know, and we're constantly reviewing the app and making it more and more and more secure. Yeah.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah. So that's definitely a great question, definitely on the top of our priority list for sure.
Yeah.
Thank
Can I
you.
just say, I deleted my Facebook app a while ago after I watched The Social Network, actually. I deleted it for both my personal and my business. I've had more people reach out to me since I quit Facebook, wondering where I am, than when I was. I've actually gotten 3 new clients in 2 months since I quit Facebook.
Wow. Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. How have you been reaching out? Like, how have they reached out to you and so forth? Like, how did you get those clients?
Instagram. So they would find me on Instagram and say, how come you're not on Facebook anymore? And I'm like, because I just tired of the nonsense. I just want work. So
Yeah.
the absence of me all of a sudden put me at the forefront of their mind.
Interesting.
Me being out there every day was like, oh, she's still here. She's still here.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I wasn't there, it was like, well, wonder what's going on. So it was very good.
No, that's amazing. That's amazing. You know, that's one thing you guys will notice on, sorry, anyone had a question?
It was me.
Go ahead, Angelica.
I'm Dr. Angelica Wagner. I took death. Nice to meet you. You were referred by Nicole Ledger.
Oh,
Yeah, thank you. Oh, okay, you're Angelica. Okay.
I'm
Okay, nice to meet you.
yeah.
Nice to meet you. Oh, now why is this? Yeah. What do you guys know about me that I don't know? What's sad?
Because the
That's
guild
amazing.
knows that I refer a lot of people. That's okay.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's
Exactly.
okay. It's good.
Very
So
good,
here's the
very
thing.
good.
I took down my Instagram account because I kept getting hit on by guys,
Yeah.
and it was really it was really a pain in the ass. Like, I'm a professional person, and these
Yeah.
people want to chat me up. No, no, no. Make an appointment. If you're, you know, like, this is not what I do. So so first of all, I would like to maintain kind of this curtain of privacy and professionalism, because my work is becoming public, and because I have very little time, because of my commitments. I do not want to be full-time filling up these sections and spending my time in technology, because I have really valuable work that's coming to the world, and 5 global conferences and courses on healing that need to come out right now, and like, it's, you know, this much. So how do you stop that? Like, how do you stop that? How do you stop getting hit on? It's so.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. The thing is, like, that's one of the reasons why, like, you know, we needed to have more control, right?
Yeah.
That basically is back to the control, right? Like, your profile is just out there. Anyone can reach out to you. You know, anyone can do anything, unfortunately.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
So we built this platform so you decide who can contact you and whatnot, which membership level. Like, for example, if I go in here, let me see if I go actually in here. So you have the free package. Let me actually go in here. Okay, so here's an example. So Angelica, so community level is basically a level you, like, again, completely customizable, all the icons, all the names and everything. But this is an example. So you can, in your app, you can have a community level, right? So people can talk to each other. It's, you can push content to them, right? But they can't contact you.
They cannot.
Oh,
Yeah, if you decide to, right? So
You're let me hear your languaging. They can contact me at randomly, or they cannot contact me randomly. They can put a post and I can decide if I answer it. Is that what you're saying?
yes, exactly.
Okay.
No, so you have a lot more control there, right? And silver is an example of your close clients. You know them really well, right? Invite only and so forth, right? From there, you know, they can contact you freely, you know, and so forth, because they're a trusted circle, right?
Right.
So this is one of the ways you can actually control that, the privacy.
I think it's very important, because I won't have people steal my time.
Yeah.
And that Lynn says the hit on thing would be great. Sweetie, just sign up on Instagram. You'll have a gazillion guys hitting on you. It's fine. Like, honestly, from all over the world. And
Yeah. Unbelievable.
it's just not interesting.
delete.
Yeah.
You see, well, but the problem is, when I have really, so I'm a neuroscientist, and I do really incredible things with people who can't walk, on brain tumors, depression, that kind of thing, everything that's sort of very advanced. And because I don't use pharma, and I don't use scalpels, so my work is very, very advanced and just coming to the world. But I need to build an army of people who do my courses. And I'm looking for a way to get that safely out, A, so that I'm paid, B, so that patents can be filed, all of this. And I'm looking also for a sponsorship for some devices that I've created. So these are, you know, kind of things that the globe needs, that humanity is necessary for humanity right now. I don't have time to chat with random men. You know, it's just not, it's just, yeah. Anyway, so however, maybe we can have a conversation following your presentation, Saqib, so that we can kind of so I can get some clarity on what's possible.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah.
The fact that your platform is integrated is really of really amazing consequence, especially if you can add that LinkedIn piece. And then we're basically on a professional level because, you know, Stanford University heard about my work because of LinkedIn. Harvard has asked me to speak. I'm speaking in Tokyo and Japan and London and all over the place because of LinkedIn.
Exactly.
So this is you know, this is kind of a scale up level.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You know, I think, yeah, I mean, in terms of the social networks that are out there, I definitely like LinkedIn, you know, so that's great. So yeah, that was a brief overview of, you know, the platform. You know, you have your event calendar and so forth. And another cool thing, let me just dive into it right here. Like, this is one of the things that actually differentiates from a website, you know, even if you have, let's say, WordPress and whatnot, which is supposed to be customizable, right? So if I go in here, right, let's say you want to add a new product or service and so forth. Let's say you want to rename some things in your menu. You're like, it's literally a few clicks. Like, okay, let's call this announcements. Announcements. You know, and if I want to move this up here, I can move it up here. You know, I want to add, you know, more products and services. I want to add a store. Literally, it's a few clicks. And boom, it's live. That's it.
Wow.
Amazing.
You know, so we want to keep it simple because, you know, nowadays, you know, everyone's becoming a brand. Everyone's becoming a company. Everyone's becoming a creator of content. Why is it still so difficult to go on your website? You have to log in. You have to remember your password. And then you have this complicated menu. You know, WordPress is supposed to be simple, but it's overbloated now, right?
Very
you know,
much.
it's too complicated. So we want to make it super simple. That's it, you know? So that's what we've done. So that's another feature that we've added, you know, that I'm really happy about, so.
So when you're doing a live training, you're doing it in the app? Or
So essentially right now, like you can actually do like, let's say you host a Zoom call, you know, from your laptop or whatnot, right? From your computer, and it will be shown within the app, right?
Okay.
So the next step we're doing now is like you'll be able to do a broadcast directly from the app. Yeah, that'll be the next step.
Cool.
So just out of curiosity, are you on your app right now? Or
Yeah.
could you?
Oh no, I'm joining Sherry right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So just through my laptop because, you know, I want to have a full screen. I'm standing in my studio, so yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Where are you located, Saqib?
At Ottawa, Canada.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm in Toronto. I'm only 5 hours away. It would be really wonderful to speak with you in person, even in COVID.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, travel to Toronto a lot. I have a lot of partners there and so forth. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Right.
100%. All right, Sherry. I just basically wanted to, you know, tell you guys. Is there going to be another presenter, by the way? Because I can keep talking.
No, it's just you today. It's all, the
like-
floor is all yours.
Oh, perfect. Oh, beautiful. That's amazing.
Today.
I love it. Okay, fantastic. You know, I can keep talking then.
I just have a quick question with this. So once we get the app, we get it set up. Now, how do you get it out to people?
Great question.
Yeah, great question. So what we do is we actually work in 3 phases, right? You can say 4 actually. So first phase, we actually get the app on your phone in a day, right? That's the first step. You know, we just need the logo, you know, a background image and so forth, right? Then usually Apple takes a couple of days for it to review, right? So we can get the app on your phone in a day to maximum a week. It's there. Second thing is the customization, right? So once you get the app on your phone, you know, if there's courses we need to add, we need to change some menus, we need to add new menus, et cetera, we can do that. Phase 3 is soft launch, right? So what's a soft launch? This is a launch where, you know, we get it on the App Store, but then you invite only a few people in your community to actually test it out, you know, get some feedback and so forth. Then we do the full launch. And in the full launch, we decide on the marketing strategies and so forth to get it out there, right? So for example, you can incentivize people. It's like, hey, you know, you can push it out. You have links, right? You have your iOS link, your App Store link, and your Google Play link. And you can push it out to your email list or to your social media and so forth. It's like, hey, here's my new app. And you would provide them a reason to actually join your app, right? It could be the 5,000 points, for example, that you decide. It could be like some content that's only available within the app, like courses and things like that. And, these chat rooms, so we're actually creating a template that you can use and then, send out to your members.
So when you, I'm interested in the course end of that, because right now I'm actually in the process of trying to figure out LearnDash on WordPress to put courses and things on my website.
Yeah.
Now, if I already had some on my website or set up somehow, like, how difficult is it to put it on the app?
Your courses from LearnDash on the app, right?
Or how, if I have any kind of course, how do I put it on the app?
Okay, yeah. So basically, there's two ways to put courses on your app. You can either integrate with an existing platform, the course provider, or you can upload directly into Clubify. And that's literally simple, right? So let me share my screen again, and I'll show you an example. So for example, if I go into the fitness programs here, right, you can add folders inside of this. So you can choose a title and so forth and whatnot. And you can also add items as well, like videos and so forth. And at the top, you see a progress bar, how far people have completed. That's coming in the next version. You can add items. And if it's video, for example, you can choose a YouTube URL, that you already have, or basically you upload directly from your computer. And we have a web portal as well, by the way. So you can just drag and drop stuff from there too.
Cool.
And then you can attach pricing to it too.
Cool.
Is
So
that
that was another thing too. You said
Yeah.
you did say like Stripe and PayPal and can be worked through this
Linked.
as
exactly?
well.
Linked.
Got it.
Okay.
Awesome.
So is there a storage issue with this app? Like, are you limited to how much data you can put into it?
Great.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, we say 5 gigabytes to start off, right? If you guys need more, we can talk about it and so forth. Usually 5 gigabytes is plenty, right? If you guys need more, we can always talk about it and expand it, but there's no real limitation.
Yeah, because with video, it takes up so much space.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So
Angelica?
So how do you compromise? How do you collect information from 450,000 people and keep that all in one contained space? Is that cloud? Like, how do you physically do that?
Sure. So we host our servers on Amazon Web Services, right? It's the same servers that Netflix runs on and so forth, right? So we actually accumulate that data, for consumption by the host, right? To actually provide more and more, like their information is protected, right? Because we're not mining that data or anything like that. But that data can be used, by the host to actually provide a better member experience. Like, for example, if you see that, hey, a lot of people actually, clicking on this course, or a lot of people are going and basically going to the news, then they're going to the video directly, and they're watching this video, right? You can actually optimize your experience based on that data.
And so how would a person with an app upload a video? One of my biggest challenges is the multiple steps you have to go through. Right now I have a weight loss group, I have a nutrition group. I mean, there's the multiple steps you have to go through to post to take videos and then get links. And then, I mean, it's just, and I don't do it directly into YouTube. I was doing it on my Chromebook. And it's just technically a challenge. I spend more time trying to figure out where files are than just getting them up there.
Exactly. So the way we've done it, Dr. Angelica, is we've added different pricing tiers, right? So we have a basic pricing tier, that's ultra basic, few members, few members and self-serve and whatnot, right? And then we have some higher end plans, $250 a month and so forth, and the setup fee with that. We actually help you upload the content, right?
That'd be,
you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, that'd be a miracle for me because you know, as I said, you know, my work is healing people and getting kids with brain cancer to walk. My work is not sitting in front of an app and trying to figure out how to upload shit.
You got it. You got it. You know, like every,
Sorry.
you know, every half hour, every hour is like shows to me like basically you could be saving someone's life. You know, or you
Well,
could make their life better.
and that's exactly it. And my fiance recently died tragically last week, and I'm going to London like almost immediately. But I have a huge job there with a very prominent corporation, let's say,
Yeah.
and because of a family, because of something in the family, because of a brain tumor in the family that needs to be resolved, and so they've called me and they're flying me in. So these are always my challenges. My challenges are time, trying to figure out the technical stuff on it, get all the information out. And this information has to come out this year, because when we finish with COVID, we're going to have a depression and suicide crisis, and that needs to be addressed. So this is why, you know, like time is of the essence. And I'm not in, I always tell my patients, use your genius to your highest level. Use your genius, be in your genius when you are using your time. This is not my genius. So
Absolutely.
I want to be fully in my genius at all times.
Yeah, and you hit the nail on the head, Dr. Angelica. Like you have to be focused on your A activity, and as you said,
exactly.
you know, your genius, right? If you have a B activity, you know, and something that's not your genius, you should be delegating that. You know, that's how we're doing things, right? Like if there's anything tech related, we can actually help you, so you can focus on your business. You know, because every hour you're trying to figure out your website or your app and whatnot, you know, it's taking away from business. You know, so yeah, we're big proponents of that, so we can definitely help there.
All right, I'm so grateful to Nicole. I heard her voice. I'm so grateful to Nicole who got me on this call. Thank you, my friend.
Well, everyone, we are.
Saqib, we could use me as my. Can I say just a few words?
Yeah.
Sherry?
Yes, by all means.
Okay. So what I've done is, because I have no experience in computers at all, they actually stress me out. And I asked Sherry to do all my work for my app.
Exactly.
So she's going to maintain the app and do the social media and everything else.
Exactly.
So,
you know, like
I still work with Saqib and make it happen.
Yeah, 100%. You know, like, and as Dr. Angelica said, just work in your zone of genius, because if you work in your zone of genius, you're going to be happier too.
Oh yeah, exactly. You have, you absolutely have to. Yeah, because it's these, you know, and one of the conversations I had with my fiance before he passed away was, and he was constantly on my case about, you know, fee menus and getting people to pay and blah, blah. I said, look, you professionally ask people for money. You can ask them for money. I'll just heal them. It's fine. You know, so Penny's smiling and laughing. Yeah. So, you know, we all come with our unique sets of skill. And I've always said, you know, let the wrongness of you be the strongness of you. For me, the wrongness of me was the genius that I heal people without drugs or scalpels. And that's the niche I kind of have to, in this time, have to continue. So I'm so grateful to you, Sherry, and Saqib, and Nicole, my friend. Yeah, nice to have you there.
Thank you, Dr. Wagner.
Well, I'm glad
pleasure to have you on the call. So
I'm glad everyone has enjoyed today's guest speaker. And Saqib, I really thank you very much for coming on. You've done a wonderful job. I am looking so forward to working with Nicole and the application. And I'm actually even going to look at it, considering it for my own business. So definitely we'll be in touch with you in regards to that. And everyone, I hope you had the chance to get your questions answered. Please visit his website, clubify.com. to get some more answers, and feel free to reach out to Saqib, because he's got a great product here, and it is very valuable, and it will save you time and money in the long end. And that's what it's all about now in the business world. So yes, Angelica.
Would you be so kind to spell that website?
Sure.
Spell
Yeah,
the
sure.
name
I'll
of
put
Add
it
it
in-
actually in. Here we
Yeah,
go.
I'll put it in the chat for you. Okay,
Thank you.
Perfect.
perfect. Okay. Well, I would like
Oh,
to say,
Clubify.com.
yeah. So thank you everyone for joining us today on 4 Powerful Days with 4 Incredible Business Mentors. Tomorrow, we have Lynn Teatree coming on and talking to us a little bit about Facebook and being confident and talking live on Facebook and how to 5 steps on how to do that. So it's going to be a good day to learn how to build a little bit more confidence in going live. So I hope you can join us. Saqib, thank you very much for coming on, and we really do appreciate it. And I'm quite sure you're going to get some business from some ladies
you.
here. So thank you very much, everyone. Have a
Thank
great
you.
day.
I'm all about the win-win-win.
That's right. Have a great day, and we will see you tomorrow at 11 a.m.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Sherry.
You're welcome.